It is expected to be the worst El-Nino rains in Kenya since 1997, and Kenyans have been warned to prepare adequately, even as measures are put in place to minimize the effects.
We have made available personnel from the National Youth Service. We have put our military on standby to assist in areas where we may have serious emergencies.
To mitigate the impact of the rains, the government says it requires 15.5 billion Kenya shillings, a kitty that will help deal with emergencies arising from the El-Nino rains. So far, only 5 billion shillings is available. Kenya's development partners have pledged their support.
For us specifically, we are making available about 3.5 billion shillings new fresh funds to the National Drought Management Authority. Of course, this is to address drought, but you will appreciate that many of the counties which are affected by drought will also be affected by El Nino. So we're having discussions right now to see whether some of these funds actually can be used for preventive measures for El Nino specifically.
If the last rains that started in April through to June are anything to go by, then Nairobi is one of the counties where the impact of heavy rains takes a heavy toll, not only because it has a huge population, but the concrete jungle sometimes finds itself unable to cope with the heavy floods.
50% almost of the economy of the country runs around Nairobi. And when Nairobi comes to a standstill, we are all in a problem. So we are particularly very keen, Governor Kidero, to work with you to make sure that even as we prepare for El Nino, Nairobi must be kept moving.
This part of the city's South Sea Estate, Nairobi, between Moho Avenue and Maimayu Road, happens to be one of the most affected during heavy rains. These pictures showing the aftermath of the last deluge that killed several people here. The Nairobi County government, however, says this time it hopes the situation for motorists and residents will improve, as it is working to ensure that the drainage system is not only cleared of clutter, but is also expanded.
Well, as you can see, we're getting ourselves ready. You'll see a lot of these kind of works going on in different parts of the county. So we are doing everything we can to ensure that at least when it comes, we are better prepared for it.
Farmers have been advised to harvest their crops to avoid any losses.
We have asked the Ministry of Agriculture to make dryers available. We have asked county governments who have bought dryers to make dryers available to farmers. And if possible, we want those dryers to be made available at a cost that is either affordable or a cost that can be taken care of between county governments and ourselves.
That there is a lot to be done is not in doubt. Take Kibera, for example. Residents are living on the edge, hoping that when the rains come, they will not be too heavy for their comfort. But often, previous rains have proven that hope doesn't always yield. Yet, moving out of this low-lying land, as has been advised by the government, is not a choice for them.
Unamwambia mtu hahama aende, anaenda wapi? Lazima mtamsie mahali, mchenge, umwambie hahame, ndio mtengeneze hiyo nini.
Scientists say this year's El Nino rains could be the worst in 65 years. Are you ready? For Citizen Weekend, I am Anne Mawade.